Yeah, it looks alright. Yes.
Oh, my mic was muted. Rip. Well, I basically said that we're starting the stream now. I made a Night Elf Priest. We are going to be leveling through Teldrassil because Vaski's power went out. Her whole neighborhood's power is out. So we're just going to do our Bolvar, Lich King, Harbingers podcast, like regularly scheduled stream next time, which is going to be
after years of imprisonment
the 16th.
Within the Emerald Nightmare, Archdruid Malfurion Stormrage has finally returned to the mortal world. Reunited with his love, Tyrande Whisperwind, Malfurion endeavors now to heal the corrupted world tree Teldrassil and rejuvenate the spirit of the Night Elf people. Yet as the great cataclysm shakes the boughs of their colossal tree, the Night Elves brace themselves against the coming storm. As war and destruction close in from all sides, it falls to Night Elves like you to stand strong and protect the enduring legacy of your people.
Oh god, add-ons. Whoops. Do we want to disable them all? Should I disable all my add-ons?
Probably, yeah.
I completely forgot that was a thing. I hope the volume of the game is okay now. I have to adjust that. Oh wow. I haven't played like this in a while. Where are you? Okay.
I'm the one named Lhok.
Flame Warden? I don't think so.
Well, I'm an elder.
No, you're Lore Master. Oh, did
I just changed it.
Maybe I have that one. No, wait, I don't have that one. That one's too hardcore for me.
I had this 6 times back when they first came out.
Okay, there, I missed this. Okay, so...
Back when you had to do all the quests in the zone.
Aw, you guys, I should put the chat box on the screen. Give me 1 second to do that. Hold on. How do I do this? Okay, give me 1 minute of awkwardness. Okay, ignore all that. Okay, we should have a chat box now. Let's see if that works. I don't see any chat, but it might be because I like just put it up. Okay, I guess we don't have a chat box this time.
Yes, I have a griffin instead of my usual wyvern. His name is Gary Griffin.
Well, I see there's people here now. Let me see what I missed. I don't know how I'm really gonna look at chat and look at the game. Okay, I think I got it right now.
Thank you for being patient while we're trying to work this
sorry,
stuff.
this is like totally last minute, impromptu, like just figuring it out.
No heirlooms, by the way, Shirviu. Let's do this old school style.
Okay.
I am going to ask the chat. This is probably a bad idea, but anyway, I'll ask the chat. What should I name my pet? I've got a cat here. That's a saber of some description, tiger saber. I am not naming my griffin Peter. I am aware of this, Facebook. I am not naming him Peter.
Okay. Things are figured out now. Is the music of the game too loud? And also, is there like an awkward black line strip at the bottom? No, that's just me, right? Must be just me. I'm so confused. Frosted Flakes? I can't believe you start with a cat now.
I know, you don't have to get to like level 10 and then do the quests that occasionally got you killed.
I'm gonna turn down the game background music. Okay, hopefully that's good. Okay, are we reading the quest text? What do you guys want us to do? Chat, because I don't want to be annoying. I don't know how to do this stuff. This weird streaming life.
Let's go kill some, like, night sabers.
Stewie, I didn't take the quest yet, because I don't know if they want to read the quest log text.
Greeting.
Ilfilane. Can we try and pronounce the NPCs' names that we talked to? Because I want to actually remember who these NPCs are. Oh yeah, we're not in a group. That's a thing.
Yeah, I'd say his name is Ilfilane.
Is the game sound still too loud? Turn my mic up. Oh my.
Farewell.
Oh, I did not take your quest, dude. Okay, hold on. Let me try and lower the game sound again. Alright. I just severely lowered it, so you guys will have to tell me if that's okay. Is Shuna Lagai?
What brings you here?
What brings you here? You guys have to tell me. You might as well read the text. Okay. The balance of nature. Greetings, Shirviu. I am Ilfilane. My purpose in Shadowglen is to train young priests like you and to ensure that the balance of nature is maintained. The spring rains were particularly heavy this year, causing some of the forest's beasts to flourish while others suffered. Unfortunately, the night saber numbers grew too large, and they were devastated. They will devastate the other populations if they are not culled. Journey forth, young priest, and thin saber population so that nature's harmony will be preserved.
Denadris.
Oh. Okay. I'm following the wrong person. There's too many hunters here. You already started the quest without me.
Pew pew!
Oh gosh. My hotkeys are weird, so this is the tilde button instead of the 1 button for my smite. That's not gonna work. Will I get a cast off? That is the true question.
I can't loot that.
Oh, I don't even have auto loot on. An in-depth interview with each quest giver and RP walk everywhere. I never signed up for this.
We can do that. Come, Kitty, we walk.
Wait, oh my gosh, the quest is finished. I'm gonna beat you there. I have to read it anyway.
You know, RP walking, come back here and RP walk with me, young lady. Damn priests, always in a hurry.
Huntress, Chandria, Moonfall, and Dentaria Silverglade. Ooh, ah.
I'm listening.
You performed your duties well, Shirviu, so I get stem leaf bracers. I'm good at reading, you guys. Felmoss Corruption, you seem to know what you're doing. Perhaps I can task you with something a little more important. As you may well know, the corruption in Teldrassil was supposedly wiped away. Yet, something lingers. The creatures have not calmed, and all manner of problems still plague us. I need you to deal with the Grelkin that have gathered to the west, and while you're there, I want you to search them for Felmoss. This will help me determine from where this continuing corruption stems. I love how they're like, as you may well know, and like most players don't really know anything about that stuff, but it's all good. Famine Hunter. Oh my. What servers are we merged with?
I don't know, we're playing on Uther at the moment.
Silver Moon and Eldritch Deluxe. Do they put the people
We should
there?
actually...
Huh?
I was just thinking, we should have like rolled on Moonguard.
Did you take this other quest? Because I didn't.
I might have.
This one, did you take it?
Yes.
Oh.
I've got Demonic Thieves. I know about like Melthar's stolen bags. I'm already at the Grell. I'm starting to kill the Grell.
Melithar Staghelm, Demonic Thieves, vicious little Grell. They've been stealing from our food stores again. If you wouldn't mind lending a hand, they are sure to have my stolen bags within their camps to the west. I would be glad to reward you if you can bring them back to me.
Goodbye.
I'm coming! Can we at least get voices? You want me to give... Do you want this to take 5 hours? Auto accept for starting zones? What does that mean? Like that you don't read the quest text for starting zones? Because everyone's done it?
That's enough casting for you, young priest.
Oh, you're just already taking all the bags. I see how it is.
How do I beat you? I'm walking!
Because I'm good at the game, Lhok. Why are these guys demons? Is it because
they're Grell.
Yeah, but there's a quest later on in the game that says that the Grells are not in fact demons. So is this because that they're being labeled as demons?
I'd say it's because of the Felmoss. The Felmoss is like changing them into demons.
That's a good assumption. They do have glowing eyes. So these guys maybe that's what a Grellkin is. Maybe it's like a Grell turning into an imp. It's like halfway. Because they kind of look like satyrs, the way they have the red fur kind of on them.
You used to get this quest off a Dryad, but I don't know where the Dryad is anymore.
These ones aren't humanoids, see? These ones are demons. That's why I asked. These ones are special. But maybe the regular Grell are different than Grellkin. Oh, actually, no, the Grell are also demons. Well, rip that theory. My headset's falling off. Usually the first one you pick up is an auto pickup. You don't have to click accept. Oh. I don't know things.
I am listening.
Mellifar Staghelm. I don't have any spare supplies for my customers until my stolen goods are recovered. Have you had any luck? Elune be praised, and you as well, young priest. There are many young night elves in need of these, but I'd be more than happy to give you one of the bags as a reward. I'm sure it will come in handy. Wow. We got our first bag, Lhok. We're moving up in the world.
I am on.
And Ilthalane says, satisfy my suspicions, Shirviu. Bring me Felmoss from the Grellkin. Your service to the creatures of Shadowglen is worthy of reward, Shirviu. You confirmed my fears, however. The Grellkin are still tainted by Felmoss despite Teldrassil's blessing. Something sinister remains within the tree. I can only hope that the Gnarlpine tribe of Furbolgs are free of the corruption, or we are still in grave danger. I will look into this further and contact those who might be of aid. Thank you.
Aha! So I was right.
Well, I find that interesting, right? Because the Grells are usually humanoids. They're turning into demons because of Felmoss, which is almost like a satyr type situation. And they're basically saying, oh, Teldrassil must still have lingering corruption from when it was corrupted by the Nightmare. So how does Nightmare equal demons equal Grellkin Felmoss? It's interesting how the two are like clearly very linked together.
Well, aren't the satyrs considered demons too? So
yeah,
like,
but people blame Sargeras on turning them into demons and that it's supposedly completely like separate from N'Zoth and stuff. But this is kind of like maybe it's not. Another Staghelm, how many are there? Yeah,
he's his cousin.
actually, I don't trust this guy. All Staghelms are bad.
You don't trust the cousin of the venerated, like, Malfurion Staghelm?
Malfurion Staghelm? What do you want about?
Yeah, I don't know either. Never mind me. I'm more lost and confused, don't worry. But I have beat you to the next quest giver with my RP walking.
Yeah, okay. Priestess of the Moon. Perhaps you'd be willing to aid us in further pursuing the corruption-haunting Shadowglen. Ventaria Silverglade, Priestess of the Moon, has offered to aid us. You should find her between the two pools just north of our great tree. Circle around the tree to reach her and offer her any help that you can, young priest.
Good luck, friend.
Did you have the same quest, Lhok, or are you going to the Hunter Trainer?
I have a quest to go to Denaria Silverglade, Priestess of the Moon, and she's here with Ivoran, who has been poisoned by spiders.
Okay, same quest then.
And I've been randomly asked by someone, why am I walking everywhere?
Because my stream chat told me to. The Nightmare equals chaos. The satyrs were created by Sargeras. I know. I just find it interesting how the Grells have Felmoss and they're turning into demons that look like satyrs. And the quest giver simultaneously is talking about how Teldrassil is still corrupted by the same corruption, which had nothing to do with the War of the Ancients and Sargeras. As far as we know, like, that was all Staghelm and his, like, nightmare stuff that he was following Xavius and N'Zoth. All I'm saying is it further illustrates the link between the demons and N'Zoth.
Greetings.
It is good that you've come. It seems your training progresses quickly.
May the stars guide you.
That's it?
Yeah, I can't get the quest either because we don't have heirlooms on.
Oh
so
my god, they broke the game? Are you for real?
Yeah, it requires you to have heirlooms, so like you have to go and like grind out the last little bit.
I don't know what to say. I want to fill in a bug report. Like, what the hell? Lhok, this is all because of you. You did the quest too efficiently. We didn't kill enough things.
Sorry, not sorry.
Okay, I'll definitely watch the issue Nila guy thing later.
I killed that pig. That pig was mine. Stop looting it.
I think we're about to level up. I can't believe we had to do that. This is gonna be painful. We could do Iron Man challenge, Lhok. Do you want to do Iron Man with 2 people though?
I guess we could. What Iron Man do you want to? What Iron Man do you want to do? Only quest drops and what we find.
We could do quest drops, or we could do whites only. I don't know.
Well, I think like what we'll get from the quests is mostly whites anyway. Did you read out this quest? Or did you just accept it and run away?
It doesn't even let me not.
Okay, here I'll read it out. I've got it. Ivorin's antidote. Our friend Ivorin has fallen to poison from the nearby webwood spiders. I can tend to him to keep his state from deteriorating, but I need someone to gather an ingredient to prepare him an antidote. All around the ponds you should find moon petal lilies. These flowers have great healing properties, and I can use them with the ingredients I already have to restore Ivorin to better health. Would you gather them for me? There are many just in sight of here, near the water's edge. I can't believe she can't walk like 2-3 steps to go and collect the flowers herself. What a lazy priestess of the moon. Back in the day, though, in Classic, you would have to find Ivorin near the webwood spiders, which would spawn in crazily. Then run over to this chick who was like standing next to a cauldron on the other side of Teldrassil, which is the big tree in Shadow Glen. And then she would give you a quest to go and find like mushrooms and lilies and like some other plant. And then you'd have to bring it to her, and then you would give it to her, she'd make the antidote, and then you would have a timed quest to get back to Ivorin, I think in like 4 minutes or something.
Lhok, you forgot the part where to make the poison, there was only like a couple spawns of the flowers and stuff. So if it was a populated server, you'd have to wait for the flowers to respawn, and you'd have to camp where the flower was going to be and like click and try and get it before everyone else, because this was a huge bottleneck for people.
Really? I never had that issue. But then again, I'm pretty like good at finding all that sort of stuff. Most people I know had issues with finding the mushrooms because they were small and purple, and they grew like on the roots of the trees.
Well, the flowers used to only grow around the edge of these 2 pools. It was only the flowers that was the issue. And yeah, if you were on a populated server that had a lot of new night elves, there would be too many people than flowers, and everyone would get piled up and have to try and like, you'd have to try and snipe the flower spawns from other people, and it was terrible. Trees growing on a massive tree? Yeah, it's pretty weird. Don't think about it too much.
Alright, we need to go into the infinite spider spawning cave, which was a death trap for anyone who was adventuring in Classic.
You know, the thing is, she's the one with the frost saber too. So and where's her friend go? Like, these 2 night elves were over there in the starting zone when we appeared, right? And one of them was on the, oh, I guess her friend must have gone somewhere else. But like, why does she need us to do this? She already has a mount at level 2.
Like, the plants are like 2 steps away from her. She could have just walked 2 steps. grabbed the plants and made the antidote herself.
Dentaria Silverglade. So she says, our dear friend is not doing well, even with my mending. Have you brought the supplies I require? These will do perfectly. Thank you, Shirviu. Your swiftness is appreciated. I must ask something more dangerous of you. Strange news has traveled to me through the whisperings of the forest spirits. The mysterious woodland protector, Teldrassil, has returned to Shadowglen again. The Dryad's presence has not been felt in the forest since before the blessing of Teldrassil. Something is surely amiss if she has journeyed back to this land. Seek out Teldrassil in the Shadow Thread cave to the north. It is dangerous, but we will be prepared with this antidote just in case.
Go in peace.
See, so they're trying to already, this early on, a level 15 pleb night elf who can't even pick flowers for herself, is getting whisperings from the forest and knows that this dryad has never been seen since before Ysera and Alexstrasza blessed Teldrassil. And, like, the forest sprites whisper this to her. And then...
Uh-oh.
What?
My dryad is bugged.
Oh. Maybe it's because I didn't do anything yet. Oh, mine is too. She just disappeared.
You need to run closer to the cave and then, like, quickly run back. And she shouldn't despawn on you.
Ah, the great
I
outdoors.
see you found me, young night elf. Dentaria was wise to have sent you. I'd hoped to never return to Teldrassil for such grim business. I'd hoped that its corruption had been wiped away completely. Something foul lingers. These spiders suffer much more deeply from the corruption than the other nearby wildlife. They are becoming a danger to your people and a danger to the forest. We must thin their numbers, but more importantly, we need to find the source of the corruption that plagues them. I will come with you and aid you in this. Yeah, we can do, I guess, a Copper Man challenge. Is that what we're doing?
But yeah, this is the dryad that would give you the quest to go and get the bags and stuff off the grill in vanilla.
Oh, okay.
Which is like why she mentions I had hoped I'd never have to come back to Teldrassil.
She's so bouncy.
Have a look at the bracelets around her legs. They look like satyrish.
And the way that the vines go around her wrist is like the exact same thing as A&R's bracelet.
Mm-hmm. She also has butterflies.
Look at this guy in his heirlooms. He's so cool.
I see he's not RP walking either. Hey! Hey you, Hunter! Slow down. Life is to be saved.
They're killing everything. Let's go the other way. Lhok. Okay, I will follow you then.
By the time I make it up there, they'll probably all respawned.
I don't know about that.
I feel like the server list lied to me. It said that Uther was low pop, so I like picked it so we wouldn't have like anyone coming really. And it seems, yeah, that that's not the case.
Well, that's because it started. Anyways, all I was getting at, if this random pleb level 15 night elf has the forest whisper to her and tell her that the corruption is coming back, and Teldrassil's here, and all these things, I don't understand how the war happens on Kalimdor, and the forest is whispering to them what's happening. Like, I don't know. I hope there is more night elf and stuff like that, but it's just, you can't just have all this night elf starters on stuff that you like set up in the game and then never mention it again ever.
Hi.
This that is weird English. Webwood corruption. This corruption these spiders suffer from is not simply surface deep. It cannot be magic or subtle malintent. It is bred into them. It seems our next task is clear. If these spiders are born with corruption in their veins, then their broodmother must be at the root of this evil. Let us make our way to the far north end of the cave and seek out Githias the Vile. The answers we seek lie with her. Wow, it's a real fight without heirlooms.
What is nature's call?
Githias and her brood were being corrupted by this totem. This is a furball totem. This is very troubling indeed. This means the gnarl pine are still a danger to these forests. We let our guardians proceed. I will pursue the trail of the gnarl pine and track this corruption to its source. If you ever encounter a thread... Wow. Okay, bye. I didn't even get to take her quest.
Neither did I.
Oh, she's back. Oh gosh, what the? I took her quest and she teleported me out of the cave, Lhok. Anyways, I was reading that. If you ever encounter Athretus Bearmantle in Dolinar, he knows intimately of the problems that plague this forest, and he can direct you on how to help further. I'm sure we'll meet again with time. Perhaps you can aid me in dealing with the source of this corruption once I locate it. For now, I will take you back to Dentaria so that you may finish your training. Thank you for all that you've done, Shirviu.
What brings you here?
You've returned. It's good to see you. It seems that you've dealt with the source of much of the corruption in Shadowglen. Teldrassil still suffers and will need attention, but we can afford a moment or two for you to finish your training here in Shadowglen. As part of a ritual to complete your training here in Shadowglen, you must learn about our recent history. That sounds like a dumb ritual. There is a task you must perform. Go to the Moonwell to our northeast and retrieve a phial of its water. While there, you will witness a glimpse of our magics and learn of our past. When you are done there, bring the water back to me and I will direct you further. It seems kind of weird that they would have a ritual where they... I guess we'll see what happens. Is it gonna be like you use the Moonwell and then a image appears and explains things to you?
Yes, that's exactly what happens. An ancient Kalimdor spirit.
Questionable. These pants they gave me aren't even an upgrade. They're exactly the same as the ones I started with. What does
I got a belt.
Teldrassil mean? Where did it say Teldrassil?
Oh, Teldrassil is the big tree in the middle of Shadowglen.
Oh. What could Al mean? I don't know.
But yes, shade of the Kalimdor.
Do you want to read what he said?
Sure. Much has changed for our people since the Battle of Mount Hyjal. Teldrassil lies a pale shadow of what it once was. Its powers used to defeat Archimonde and drive back the Burning Legion. Nordrassil lies... Well, no, okay, it's because you started it too. Our immortality is the very essence of our beings, was lost. The betrayer was freed from his prison, and Shando Stormrage disappeared into the Emerald Dream. A dark time for all. And then he closes his eyes and fades away.
I see.
He would have to be a druid with that kilt and those yellow eyes.
Yeah.
I am honored.
Don't you know that ancient druids don't wear shirts? Teldrassil, Crown of Azeroth. Huh? Does that mean Azeroth means the heavens? No, I'm just kidding. Wait, no. Actually, Teldrassil is the Terra one. Nordrassil... Do you see what I'm trying to say?
No. No, I don't. I kind of zoned out there for a second. I was looking at the spotted frogs.
Okay. So, Nordrassil is Crown of the Heavens, right? Lhok?
Yes.
And we thought Teldrassil meant like Crown of Earth because Tel is like Terra, like Earth.
Yes.
And this quest is called Teldrassil, Crown of Azeroth, which means that Tel, Terra, Gaia, is akin to Azeroth.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to say. Our recent history is fraught with strife and violence. There is still much with which we must come to terms. Well done, Shirviu. You have one task left for you before you depart. Shadow Glen for me, for the open wilds of Teldrassil. Precious waters. Tenerin Stormgrip oversees all that happens in this glade. He presides at the top of Teldrassil. If you look to your south, you will see the underside of the ramp that leads up to him. Ascend this ramp and complete your training. It was wonderful to have met you, Shirviu. I swell with pride knowing that among young night elves there are some so selfless and full of life as you are. You will do great things for our people. You will do great things for this world until we meet again.
Go in peace.
I feel like an intern at the office, and I'm like bringing the boss a cup of water.
Are you? You're not even RP walking.
Well, by the time I get there and read the quest, you'll be there.
Make sure you sort of like dip into the little room that's up the halfway up the ramp, because they'll be like, oh, someone's coming, and they'll say something about Fandral Staghelm.
Shh, someone's here. Okay, they say, oh, Dentaria was talking to me apparently, and she said the ramp up to Teldrassil is just in sight over there. Circle around and find Terran up top. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to have Shando Stormrage back, but this is all really suspicious. What happened to Fandral? Okay. Do the rest of, like, do the majority of Night Elves not know what happened or something? Didn't we just do an initiation where they, like, where we had to drink something to teach us?
You don't drink it. You just kind of collect it in a vial, and then, like, you go around the night wells, the moon wells, and you collect more and more, and then you kind of just stick it in a vial, and then you hand it off to someone else.
True. The Moonwells hold the waters of the Well of Eternity, the ancient source of magic that has wrought so many horrors upon our world. The Druids take advantage of its properties. The Sentinels revere the wells as shrines to Elune, and now even the returning Highborn look to the wells longingly. So you have heard the first part of the aftermath of the Battle of Mount Hyjal. There is much more for you to learn, and the task you have begun here will continue through the rest of your journey through Teldrassil and into Darnassus. Ooh, I got an upgrade. Teldrassil, passing awareness. While there is more I could speak to you of the Moonwells and of Teldrassil, I must send you along. Korthras Moonrage will be expecting you. I have poured the vial of water you brought to me into this vessel to bring to him. Wow, I brought this all the way up here just so he could pour it into something else. Seek out Korthras. You will find him at the Moonwell in Dalinar. Follow the road south from Androssil out of Shadowglen and continue to follow the cobblestones as the road turns west. Mind you stay on the road though, Shirviu. There are dangerous beasts in the forests of late.
Jump over the barricades and go down the roof. It's quicker. They even give you a buff now. Before you didn't get the buff of slow falling, and you just have, if you wanted to come down quickly, you just jump down the roof and hope you didn't die.
Yeah, but everyone used to jump down the roof, no problem. Ah! I clicked the buff off. Who needs it?
I'd laugh if you died.
I want a vendor though, so I shall.
I am honored.
Oh, I was expecting my junk to vendor automatically, but I don't have add-ons on. This guy's wearing the tier 0.5 set or something.
Good luck, friend.
I love how players don't even have to go inside this building now, ever. Like, unless they choose to.
I actually never went in that building during Classic either.
Why?
Because my trainer, because I used to play a hunter, is up halfway, or was halfway up the tree.
Yeah, but, well, I came in here to vendor.
How may I help? I am listening.
I ain't got time to vendor. Must get to Dalinar. Have important delivery to give them of Moonwell water and, like, cheese.
They got runes all over the inside of that tree. I'll have to come back and take pictures later.
Are they like the crescent ones? Because they appear on the druidic barrow dens as well.
They might have been. They weren't all like crescents, but yeah. Porthanius.
I am honored.
Dalinar delivery. Greetings, young priest. Can you offer me aid? I have a package of herbs that I must deliver to the town of Dalinar, but I still have business with the druids of Shadowglen and cannot yet leave. Can you deliver this package for me? It must be sent to innkeeper Keldemir at the Dalinar Inn. It lies along the road to the south.
Go in peace.
Did you get a new...
I'm gonna overtake you.
Slow down, young priest. Life is to be savored, and RP walk everywhere. The youth of today are always in a rush.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, it looks like you're gonna run past the, like, Satyr.
Yeah, we can't take his quest yet. We're too underleveled.
Yes, we can. He just popped back up. See, if you were RP walking, you would see this.
No, I said we're too underleveled. I am anyway. They broke the game for people who don't have heirlooms.
Did you see what I named my cat?
Woofles!
Yes!
Cats don't woof.
Should I named it Woofless then? Like after my Alliance Shaman?
Yeah.
It's named after my Horde Shaman.
Probably. Fidelio, what kind of a name is that?
What? There's a flat path in Dolinar now?
Yeah.
Hello.
So no one has to feel the pain of like having to run to Teldrassil to do their quests?
I swear, most of these NPCs don't even have a purpose and they have names anyway. Sitara Mapleheart. Some people have last names and some people don't as well. Why is that?
With Malfurion Stormrage gone, the Druids were left in disarray and desperate need of a new leader. Archdruid Fandral Staghelm roused the Druids and convinced the Circle of Ancients in Darkshore that it was time for our people to rebuild. In an effort to regain immortality for our people, and with the approval of the Circle, Staghelm and the most powerful Druids grew Teldrassil, upon whose boughs we now stand. Though we have our new home, our immortal lives have not been restored. He closes his eyes and fades away.
That was the shade of the Caldori.
Yes.
Denadris, what brings you here?
Greetings, priest. For what purpose do I owe the pleasure of our meeting? Ah, I see. You were sent by Tenerin. Well then, it would seem we have much to talk about, much to do. Before you get the task at hand, you should take in the lesson of this Moonwell. Okay, and then the same guy talks again. Why do Moonwells give lessons through like visions of ancient druids? Like I feel like that's something that I never see happen again in the rest of the game, I guess I want to say.
Are we gonna go to Starbreeze Village?
Why not?
Greetings.
Your body looks worn and your spirit weary. Rest yourself beneath our roof and allow Elune to guide your dreams. Elune guides my dreams? How might I be of service to you, young one? Are you here to rest in the inn? Do you require a hearthstone? Ah yes, the delivery of herbs from Shadowglen. It is a shame poor Thanius could not bring it himself, for we have much to discuss, he and I. But I am glad to get the herbs nonetheless, and I am glad you came. While you're here, please rest yourself. Heroes must keep their strength and spirits high, and must find rest and solace whenever they may. For to neglect one's peace and body and mind is a sure path to failure, so rest.
Good luck, friend.
That's it.
That's it.
Ishnu Allah, be careful.
Did you ding?
No? Was I supposed to?
Oh. Because, yeah, I did. I don't know why you didn't.
Let's kill this owl.
Now you should have a multitude of quests that have appeared.
Hello.
Yay! So many people I know skip that cooking quest, or do they even have the cooking quest anymore?
Yeah, I've got a quest to go and talk to the flight master, to go to Teldrassil, to go and do something, then come back, I assume.
Well, I remember there was the Caldori kebabs quest, and you had to, like, the spider kebabs, and you had to learn cooking for the quest to even appear. But I guess it's gone now.
Yeah, that doesn't have, there's no quest like that anymore, which is a shame. I'm going to go back and talk to the Satel.
Welcome to Dalinar, Priest. Let me know if you need any recipes or basic cooking ingredients. Reminders of home. A friend of mine, Sister Akeen, is training to be a priestess of the moon in Darnassa. She left Dalinar to study in the temple last year. Her letters say she is doing well and learning much, but she misses home and her old friends. I've put together a book of her favorite recipes from Dalinar. If you have time, would you take them to her in Darnassus? You can rent a hippogriff from Fidelo. He's in the center of town just
Good luck,
across
friend.
Peace be with you.
Teldrassil, the refusal of the aspects. Let me tell you more of the task you must complete. The druids in Darnassus use the water of the moonwells of Teldrassil, and their moonwell must be replenished from time to time. Using these specially crafted phials, you can collect the water of the moonwells. Take this vessel to the moonwell outside of Starbreeze village to the east and fill it with some of its waters, then return to me. Pay heed to the lessons of the moonwells, lest we find ourselves furthering our shortcomings.
Farewell.
And it's a jade file. I don't get what he just said. Why do you have to replenish the moonwells by taking water from one and putting it in the other and mixing it all up every so often?
Because water gets stagnant and then it starts to rot and to be horrible.
Hi, Alu.
How may I help?
A troubling breeze. A troubling breeze blows through the forest. Garrulus Talvathern serves as Great Warden to the hibernating druids of the Talon in Bannathil Barrowden. His duty as the chosen protector of the sleeping is to ensure their safety so that their pact with Ysera remains fulfilled. But word from Garrulus is now delayed, and I grow nervous. Travel east to Starbreeze village and bring back a report from Garrulus so I can put my worries to rest, knowing my dreaming brethren slumber safely. So he's the chosen protector of the sleeping, and he has a duty to Ysera because they made a pact. That's kind of interesting.
I'm listening.
They're not the only night elves that made a pact with Ysera. You have those dead night elves on,
May the stars
I think it's like
guide you.
Blood Mist Isle. The Dragon Riders that also made a pact for with Ysera.
Greetings.
You should read some of the quests, Lhok. I'm getting tired of reading.
Alright, I will.
Do you have the Emerald Dreamcatcher one?
Yes, I do.
You should read that.
Okay, the Emerald Dreamcatcher. Retrieve the Emerald Dreamcatcher. I was once given an Emerald Dreamcatcher from Garrulus Talvathern, the Warden of the Druids in the Bannathil Barrowden. This powerful amulet is able to siphon energy from the Emerald Dream and bestowing luck upon those who would carry it. Sadly, I have not been able to retrieve it from my dresser in Starbreeze village. Although Starbreeze was once a tranquil place, it has now succumbed to the corruption of the Furbolg that reside there. Perhaps you would be willing to recover my Dreamcatcher, Hunter. Nah, you don't need it.
Did you do the Satyr Guy's quest?
I've got all the things for it. I've got it in my quest log, but I'm like talking to the Shade of Caldori. The Archdruid approached the dragons for their blessings, as the dragons had placed on Teldrassil in ancient times, but Nordorsmu, Lord of Time, refused to give his blessing, chiding the druid for his arrogance. In agreement, Alexstrasza also refused Staghelm, and without her blessing, Teldrassil's growth has been flawed and unpredictable. Staghelm retreated to his enclave in Darnassus, ever seeking a new direction by which to bless Teldrassil and restore the immortality of our people.
So, Staghelm wanted to restore the immortality? And that's why he planted all those trees around everywhere, because he thought that that would help?
Sorry, what was that?
I said Staghelm planted all those trees because he wanted to restore their immortality, right?
Correct. The Saronite trees.
Yeah.
Did you want me to read out Zen's bidding?
I don't know, you're way ahead of me. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm filling the Jade file now.
Okay. Zen's bidding is the quest you get from the satyr that's sort of just hanging out next to a tree just outside of Dolinar.
Yeah, I took that. Sure, you can read that one.
Okay, so as you run up to the satyr, he gives you a quest and he says, "Eager for work, I see. Lucky for you, a day never goes by that I don't wish I had a fledgling hunter to perform my bidding. You see, Lhok, I can make you very happy and provide you with things you've never dreamed of having. But in order for that to happen, you must bring me certain items. My business in this forest often requires reagents. Fetch for me Nightsaber fangs, Strigid owl feathers, and swatches of the webwood spider silk. Let's keep this our little secret, Night Elf."
Nobody blessed Teldrassil at first. Alexstrasza and Ysera both bless it at Tyrande and Malfurion's wedding as a wedding present to thank them for saving Teldrassil from the nightmare and all this stuff. After they were like heroes in Stormrage and they saved the world from the sleepers and everything. So technically when you were playing through this in Vanilla WoW, it hadn't been blessed yet by any aspect. Does that make sense?
Okay, so whereabouts are you, Shirviu? And what are you doing?
I'm trying to do Zen's bidding because you said you already had everything for it.
Alright. I'm being attacked by furbolgs.
I need a Strigid owl feather and a web of spider silk, but I don't see any. So I'm just gonna come to you. What the guy was saying though in the quest, I think, was something about Nozdormu, because Nozdormu didn't bless it.
Yep, and so because Nozdormu doesn't want to bless it, Alexstrasza doesn't bless it either, to begin with, and so therefore the corruption just ran rampant through it.
I'm a little confused, like, was the first tree blessed by all the aspects, making it kind of like the Dragon Soul?
Norsa was blessed by Ysera, Nozdormu, and Alexstrasza.
That's what I thought. Why did the other ones not do it?
Malagos was crazy, and Deathwing hated everyone.
Thank you. Thank the forest spirits you're here. I knew Athridus would sense trouble and send help. Narpan tribe's corruption has returned. They ambushed me as I left for Benefield's Barrow Den and proceeded to pillage Starbury's village. Something in the forest has corrupted Ursel the Mauler, their chieftain, and he is using the evil powers of the Felmoss to drive them mad. I am too wounded to return to Athridus to bring him this grave news. The task is left to you, young priest. We can only hope that the deranged Gnarlpines have not made it to Benefil yet. So the Felmoss is driving them mad and making them deranged. So I'm guessing that the Felmoss is just something the satyrs made to spread the nightmare, and it's probably only called Felmoss because they're satyrs.
I would say that the Felmoss is made by Zen, and that's why he uses the reagents. So we are inadvertently helping further the corruption.
Something first.
Okay, so I need one more owl feather and one more spider silk.
Okay.
See, you're not even RP walking, and that's why you got so far ahead of me.
Oh, fine.
So, how does the stream look, you guys? Because this is like the first time we've streamed with WoW playing. Like, is there any lag? Is it like jittery or anything? This is kind of like more like a test thing, really. Just wanted to give it a, try it out and stuff. Okay,
Have you got your feather and web silk?
No, but there's some spiders up here, so I just need the one silk.
Why is there a level 20 player here?
Are they a night elf?
Yeah.
Then I don't know. Alright, I'm done the quest.
This satyr's pretty edgy. Like, you walk up and you click on him and he goes, "Don't touch me!" Okay, so, handing it in, he says, "Have you been a busy little bee, Lhok? I have been waiting for you to bring me what I need." "Ha ha, well done indeed. Who would have ever guessed that I, Zen Foulhoof, would have a night elf to do my bidding? Certainly not me, but so it goes. This beloved world of ours is full of surprises. 3 cheers for the naive and gullible."
Now what? Don't touch me! You again? Now what? Now what?
So yes, after reading that out, I think that we've just given him the reagents he needs to make more Felmoss.
I see. I always found it weird how this is called a severed voodoo claw. It's been that way since vanilla. I was like, do satyrs do voodoo? Like, what? Yeah, what if that level 20 is legit lost and doesn't know you can leave this place?
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, the cutscene at the start was janky for me too. Like, it lagged in 2 places, even on my own screen. So I don't know what's up with that. That was weird.
I'm listening.
Seek redemption. The Council of the Forest has news that you aided Zen Foulhoof, the satyr that is an enemy of the forest. As a night elf, you should know better than to file the forest by killing nature's creatures. You must redeem yourself in the eyes of the Council if you wish to remain a friend of Teldrassil. Teach Foulhoof a lesson, and you shall be redeemed. Fell cones are corrupted seeds that fall from the trees. They billow with green smoke. Give some to Foulhoof. He'll think you have brought him a harmless snack.
But how are fell cones gonna hurt a satyr who makes fell moss?
They don't. They turn him into a frog.
Well, that doesn't make any sense either.
Greetings.
Please move swiftly. I can only hope that my emerald dreamcatcher has been unharmed by the furbolg. Have you recovered it yet, Shirviu? My emerald dreamcatcher is of great importance to me. It is a gift only given to few. Thank you for returning it. Ferocitas the Dream Eater. The emerald, it is missing. My dreamcatcher has been damaged. There is a band of Gnarlpine mystics located to the north of Starbreeze. I have heard reports that their leader, Ferocitas the Dream Eater, has been wearing a necklace that glows green in the night. Now seeing my dreamcatcher, I am sure that he has stolen my emerald. He would never realize that its power is useless to him. Find this missing jewel, Shirviu, and while you're there, clear out some of the corrupted mystics as well. The corruption of the Gnarlpine draws a grim shroud over the fate of all of the sleeping night elf druids. Without protection, their fragile bodies will not last. Man, that was hard to read. That's such bad interface.
Good luck, friend.
It's possible, Gizmo.
Ishno del Diab.
Did you read out the Gnarlpine corruption?
No, you can if you want.
By the stars! This is quite disturbing indeed. We have had troubles in the past with the corruption of the furbolgs, but such troubles should be long past since the cleansing of Teldrassil. I fear for all of our people if the blessings of the aspects themselves cannot redeem our great tree. Then you've got the Relics of Awakening. Oh, I used to hate this quest in Classic. Gnarlpine invaders were seen ravaging the Banethel Barrow Den tucked in the hills to the west. The slumbering druids will be trapped in the Emerald Dream for eternity, unaware of their fate unless we help. The delicate hibernation ritual cannot be broken without the Relics of Awakening. Journey to the den and retrieve the Raven Claw Talisman, the Black Feather Quill, Sapphire of the Sky, and Rune of Nesting. The druids store them in sacred chests. Return them to me, and I will prepare the awakening ritual.
How may I help?
Resident danger. The Gnarlpine aggression is limiting our options. None of our kind are eager to bring blade and arrow against creatures that were once our friends, but I grow fearful that they are going to set their sights on Dalinar soon. The biggest concern to me are the Furbolg in Banethel Hollow and Banethel Barrow Dens. I need you to travel to the west, make your way into Barrow Den, and kill as many of the Gnarlpines as you can. We probably won't have many more chances to limit their strength. Be swift.
Farewell.
The refusal of the aspects. Hello again, Shirviu. Have you completed your task? It is only natural that our race, once immortal and revered, would struggle with regarding ourselves in the humbled manner that we likely should. We must remember to embrace our connection with nature and with the Loon, and push aside our mortal shortcomings.
They sure do hate the fact that they're not immortal anymore.
I still haven't exactly seen a night elf that looks old. Don't you think that they would start like showing age or something? I don't know. Like, why aren't there night elves that look like Draenei, like Velen?
I don't know.
Maybe it just hasn't been enough time yet, but they're still all whining about it.
Alright, doing the falcons.
Oh.
What? Did I steal them all on you?
Yeah. Sucks to both do those kind of quests at the same time.
You want classic? That's premium classic
Don't
questing.
remind me. Actually, I legit just skip those quests. I don't have time to wait around. I still haven't found any of those falcons.
Seek redemption. What do you have for me, Lhok? A lovely snack, I presume? Ah, what a sweet night elf. I knew you would come in handy. And it's just like, Ribbit, no, this cannot Ribbit be. You have duped me with Ribbit. Your foul trickery. Hit Ribbit. He's now Frog. Oh, now he's a satyr again.
Doesn't make any sense, and how does that even affect anything in the long run?
I don't know.
Silly game. Silly. I don't understand. My level 6 night elf does not have time to waste on such trivial matters.
You have no time for games.
Little do they know, in like 60 levels, I'll be killing, let's see here. I was gonna say Magtheridon, but that's actually 64 levels.
I am going to make my way to the Furbolg camp up the back where Ferocita, the Dream Eater, is. I shall wait for you there. You could possibly find even some falcons on the way.
I got them. I remember thinking I was so cool because I knew how to find that glowing pink, like Rafflesia thing where it gives you a fruit that starts a quest. When
oh yeah.
I always felt that I was so cool whenever I'd find a lootable quest item that would start a quest, and I'd be like, ha, I'm getting XP that other people would miss.
There's 2 of them. And there's also a quest that drops off a rare mob, or used to drop off a rare mob. Like one of the swamp monsters.
There's a rare here, actually, Lhok. Let's kill it. Very soon.
Yeah, that's not the rare I'm talking about.
I know.
He usually drops pants. Or a bag.
Who needs pants? I got a bag.
Same here. I've got all 4 bags now. Do you have 4 bags?
I do.
Did we read about Ferocita Ferocitas, the Dream Eater?
Yep. Stole the green emerald from the country.
The Talankaya gem. I I used to hate this quest too. Because the furbolgs used to spawn in really fast. You used to have to like clear, and they had like large aggro radiuses. You used to have to clear quite a few furbolgs around him because he used to hit really hard.
And he still respawns quick.
And there was like these, like I think they were like Ursa, like not the warriors and not the mystics. There was like another, like Alpha or something, and they used to hit really hard as well.
I always used to think it was cool because there's that area over there where you can like look out at the sea from Teldrassil. And if you're really bad, then you fall, and then you basically remake your character unless you want to have a fun hour getting back.
Just rest at the graveyard.
Yeah, but if you fall off with your ghost, I don't think they had a button to teleport back to graveyard back then.
No, they didn't, but you just res at that.
Lhok, some people were stupid. I've done this.
Oh, first green. I got a spiked club. It's level 7 mace. Strength intellect, because it's gorilla. Do you want a gorilla club?
It doesn't tell me what enchant you get. Oh yeah, we're on the same server. We can actually trade.
Do you want to club as a gorilla? Do you want to go club gorillas with your spiked club?
I'll pass. You want to smash people like a gorilla?
I don't think that's what the club's for. It might be for clubbing gorillas. Did you ding as well? Are you 7? Almost 7?
No, I'm like halfway to 7.
Be with you.
This quest. I used to hate this one too because the cave.
Nature's reprisal. I'm glad you were willing to atone for your mistake. It speaks a great deal about your character. I have another task for you. I've gathered some root seeds. They're somewhat like fell cones, but quite a bit more potent. Nature often responds very negatively to demons, and these root seeds prompt a very concentrated form of that reprisal. To our north is Fell Rock. There are Grelkin that are far beyond redemption. Use the root seeds to root them before they become a more serious threat.
Watch over you.
What brings you here?
Ferocitas and the Gnarlpine Mystics must return what is mine. Please retrieve the emerald so that I may repair my emerald dreamcatcher. Now I can repair my dreamcatcher. Thank you, Shirviu. I must warn you, Shirviu. This matter must stay between us. The satyr are enough of an embarrassment to us already, and this one is much too close to home. He is called Lord Melanus. He resides in the nearby cave of Fell Rock to the north, where he has gathered a large group of Grell warriors. His heart is black as night, and he plots something most foul. You must find him within his nearby cave just to the north of here, and bring me his head. None speak of the treacherous tale of Melanus, but his presence serves as a bitter, embarrassing reminder that trust must be earned, not given freely. I don't get it. Lhok, please explain.
Oh, what do I have to explain it?
Why is Melanus a reminder that trust must be earned and not given freely. Is it because of Fandral? Because that doesn't make any sense for that.
No, it's not because of Fandral. Lord Melanus, when you used to come in here in Classic, I'm not sure if he'll still do it now, but his head that you used to get as an item would be a Night Elf head. And basically, it was assumed that Lord Melanus was a Night Elf up until recently, and he sided with the Satyrs and is causing or helping the corruption of Teldrassil.
So if you hadn't done this quest in Vanilla, or you don't remember the quest from Vanilla, you would have no idea what's going on?
Correct.
What the heck? Oh, we're supposed to kill these guys with the iron roots. Oops.
Correct.
Sorry, I'm ruining everything.
But check out the Grell after the Seeds of Lhok killed them. They're like tiny. Yeah. But yeah, the mobs in here used to spawn in really fast, and Melanus could spawn in 2 locations within the cave. So you wouldn't really know where he would pop up, and it was like horrible if you had to like try and clear the majority of the cave, and he wasn't where you thought he was going to be.
Wow, this is incredibly violent. They literally get crushed and blood flies out everywhere. For Fel, this place doesn't really seem that Fel-like.
But yeah, Melanus was a druid. Oh, go and jump up the other side. You can't get up here.
I can do it. Oh.
There you go. Now you have to run up the route and jump from the route. Run up the route. It's on the wall. No. Oh, you're really bad at this.
No, Lhok. I can't do it. I give up. I don't need to do it. Pull him down here.
But yeah, do you see how he turns into a druid?
Yeah. I need to loot his head. God damn it. Oh, I did it, Lhok. Did you see that? I did it in my own way.
Die!
Did you loot his head?
Yeah. Are you gonna RP walk out of the cave? If you don't, I'll be disappointed.
Why?
Because I will. You know, for demons, these guys really don't use like any demonic abilities at all. They just use fairy fire, which I presume they probably used before they were demons.
I miss Aspect of the cheetah.
Me too.
Priest don't get Aspect of the Cheetah.
I know, but I still miss it. My bank tune on Classic is going to be 100 just so that I can run around. And I'm going to get it all the way to 30 just so I can run around freely.
$30? I thought it was 20, but they got Aspect of the Cheetah.
I don't know, maybe it's 20. Good, I know this probably wasn't very pleasant work, but we greatly appreciate it. I fear for our dear Teldrassil. It seems it is becoming more corrupt by the day, and our ignorance to the cause is plaguing me greatly.
I am honored.
Did you kill Lord Melanus yet? It is vital that he be taken care of quickly and quietly, Shirviu. His continued existence is an embarrassment to us all. With Lord Melanus laid to rest, I can finally move on to other matters. Thank you, Shirviu. So they don't know why Teldrassil is getting sick again, and all the corruption seems to be related to Fel and demons, aka Satyrs/Grell.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, there should be like a cat or something that we can like sit on and it'll take us faster to the barrow den. Before they would make you run all the way there, but I'm certain that there's like some form of cat or something that we can use.
I remember it being like a frost saber, or a white night saber, I should say. It doesn't seem like it. Maybe that's the next quest.
Maybe. So why do you think the furbolgs are always like corrupted? Like, if anything is going to be corrupted in an area, it's always a furbolg. If they're in the area.
I think it's because the old gods have easy access to corrupting them because they use ancestral magic. So it's like how Yogg-Saron always have control over like dead people's spirits and stuff. Maybe they like manipulate them that way or something. What do you think?
I don't know. Like, that's kind of why I was asking you. But it could be. I guess. I haven't really looked into it. I just have noticed that, like, if anything's going to be corrupt, it's always the furbolgs.
Well, they use curses and stuff, like they tend to use shadow magic, so I always kind of assumed that it was the old gods.
And why don't you think Pandorans then, like, have the same issues with corruption? Because, like, they're basically evolved furbolgs.
Well, they completely changed their culture. The furbolgs, refuse to leave their ancestral home, and then they just live in the same place forever and die in the same place. It's kind of like they're living in one of those graveyards, like Dragon Graveyard, Kodo Graveyard type, etc. So there's like super powerful ancestral magic in that area, and it's basically the power from all the souls of their dead ancestors. So the Pandaren aren't really the same, because as soon as they stopped doing that, then I don't think they were as susceptible anymore.
That's pretty funny. Shirviu, when you finally get into the Barrow Den, they have given us like an NPC that says, "Need some help finding your way? I know this place like the back of my hand." Because in Classic, people used to get confused and lost in this place.
I mean, I played when I was really young, and I think when I was new, I used to maybe, like, there was a couple times where I was confused, but I would never just get outright lost, and, you know, after a short while, I knew it pretty well. The Sleeping Druid. The Gnarlpine shaman that inhabit this place have discovered a way of separating a Sleeping Druid spirit from the physical body. The Furbolg have animated my physical form and are using it to attack anyone that attempts to explore the Benethil Barrow Den. I am now trapped in the Emerald Dream, powerless to stop this. You must help me. The Gnarlpine shaman carry a strange charm which is used to perform this ritual. I'd like to examine it. Please, Shirviu, bring one to me. See, they're like dark shamans. They're separating people's souls from their bodies and animating the bodies. It just seems really like voidy corruption to me.
It's locked. It's locked.
But why are they reanimating the bodies or animating the bodies? It just is so weird.
They said it's part of a strange ritual that they're doing. Could a nomadic nature keep you safe from the corruption? Oh, yes. That's right. Like exploring, for example.
The ambient sound in here is kind of weird.
Why?
I know, it's just like, it makes some like strange noises.
Yeah, these are the same symbols that were inside Teldrassil.
I finally have a cloak. Well, it's a cape, but...
Wow, should guide you to each different thing.
Yeah, so you don't get lost.
Goddess watch over you.
That sucks that we're killing them. She says that they used to be our friends. Oh gosh, I remember this too. How only one person can interact with the thing at a time. This would also be a bottleneck. Did that ever happen to you?
Not really, but I think it's because I know my way around it quite well. And so I could just like steam ahead of everyone and just get it all done.
Fair enough. I remember having to spam click on that thing and trying to get it when someone else wasn't using it, and there'd be like 10 people like added up waiting there to try and get theirs. So I would just skip this.
The thing that used to slow me down the most in vanilla with like this sort of stuff is if I was questing with Skitters, because he's really bad at like directions and finding things. He was very happy that the day that they made quest items and stuff like Sparkle. There was one particular quest in I can't think of the bloody forest's name out the front of Stormwind now, but in that particular forest at the lumber camp, you have to go and get wood. And I remember being stuck there for what felt like an eternity. I was finished. I'd already done the follow-up quest. And Skitters couldn't find a single, like, pile of lumber.
Eastvale logging camp in Elwyn Forest. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
There just weren't enough spawns of wood. They would take a while to spawn, and you needed 8 of them to complete the quest. So if there was a lot of people there, then you'd be stuck there for a while.
Don't give him an out. There was only him and I, and he still couldn't find the damn wood.
Well then.
He's responding in chat with that he's wood blind and that it's a serious condition.
Are we just supposed to go out of here now? Oh no, we go back to the guy. The guy who, the spirit guy.
I need to kill more shamans so that they'll drop the voodoo claw. Or the voodoo charm. Now I have it. I can go and hand in. Hey Shirviu. Did you notice these moons here?
Maybe? What moons?
There's moons on all the cross braces in the tunnel.
Oh, yes. Yes, I did.
What's interesting about that is that it means that this barrow den is like incredibly old. The Night Elves don't usually emboss moons on their stonework anymore.
Yeah, it reminds
One of the other ruins I know.
Reminds me of
Go.
Silithus.
Yeah, I was going to say the ruins of Southwind.
If I can examine the charm, I may be able to figure out how to break the enchantment. Have you found one? Thank you, Shirviu. What an odd trinket this is. I can sense the vile aura emanating from it. This is a very powerful enchantment. After examining this charm, Shirviu, I see now that what must be done. Please take it and do as I ask. You are to approach the door to the nearby chamber. Inside you will find my soulless body. Although I regret what I am about to tell you, I see no other way to free myself from the control of the Gnarlpine. In order for me to escape them, you must kill my physical form. Once that is done, use the voodoo charm on my fallen body. After you have completed this task, please return to me. With spirit and body torn apart, only one option remains to free this sleeping druid from eternal torment. Well,
I just killed him. I'm sorry.
thanks.
But I didn't release his spirit. I thought that you might like to do that.
What brings you here?
Oh, there he is.
Rogers.
What? He wasn't wearing a black shirt? That's hilarious. He's wearing a white shirt and his evil version is wearing a black shirt. The turtle changed his attire to match his corruption.
If it's Mooncloth he's wearing, it would match the corruption.
I see. I'm finally free of the control of the Gnarlpine. Thank you, Shirviu. My spirit may now rest peacefully forever in the Emerald Dream. Perhaps one day we may meet again, young priest, but for now, please accept this reward as a symbol of my gratitude. So, is it because he has golden eyes, or do just all Night Elves, or is it all druids who just get eternal afterlife in the Emerald Dream? Like, what's up with that?
The golden glowing eyes are a symbol that they are very, very attuned with Azeroth. So I would say that those particular druids were very attuned with Azeroth, and then they died, and they kept their yellow eyes. Because in the normal Storm Rage, I think it was Malfurion, started to lose his golden eyeballs because he wasn't as attuned with Azeroth because of the corruption that was taking place.
So you think it's just the ones with golden eyes who get an eternity in the Emerald Dream?
Sorry, what was that?
I said, so you think it's just the ones with golden eyes who get eternity in the Emerald Dream?
Yeah, I'd say so. Or it could just be that in that particular case, because he died while he was dreaming, he's like sort of trapped in the Emerald Dream, if you will. Where are you, Shirviu?
I thought I was on my way out, but really not.
Use the Sentinel!
I don't have a Sentinel anymore.
Oh, I found where you're supposed to like use the to get to the Daneth Barrow Dens if you don't want to run there. There's a sentinel standing here. It's just like, what can I do for you, my child? I'm ready to depart for the Banethel Barrow Den.
I found my way out on my own. I don't need no sentinel.
So do you not go down to the dude near the lake anymore?
We must. Maybe just not yet. For all the soil stuff with the bog things. I'm sure we will. It would be lame if we didn't. Where you would collect all those podling things. We never collected the glowing purple tree, so if we don't go down there, then we'll have missed out.
Yeah, there's like fronds and fruit that belong to the corrupted trees.
I have no idea how to see how many viewers we have right now. It tells me that we had 9 as like the peak concurrent viewers, so I think that means the most we had at once for this session was 9 at a time, all together at once. But I don't know like how to see who's here right now.
I am honored.
It says there was 6 watching when I looked.
Where does that even show?
It says a last look at Teldrassil, and then it says 6 watching now on my little screen thing.
Huh. Okay, impressive. I hope my huntress carried her weight. If we continue with this fervor, we may yet still free Teldrassil from the corruption that Alexstrasza herself could not burn out. What? What is she just trying to say, that Alexstrasza's blessing didn't cure it?
Well, from our travels through Val'sharah and stuff, we've noticed that the only person who can really cleanse the corruption in its entirety is a loon. I'm gonna go to Teldrassil and do this cooking thing and see if like that prompts the quest for the dude guy down on the I think his name's like Denlin or something.
Yeah. The relics of awakening. Shirviu, the kidnapped druids of the Talon will be forever trapped in the Emerald Dream if we cannot retrieve the relics of awakening from the Benethil Barrow Den to the west. For every minute we delay, their fate comes one step to eternal doom. What? Why does it say the kidnapped druids of the Talon plural and their fate? It was just one guy.
Because as you'll see, when we go up there, there's like a whole bunch of Talon, druids of the Talon locked in a cave with a Furbolg, and you go up there and you like rescue them. I think they might even be stone.
Ursel the Mauler. Now the time has come to save the druids of the Talon. If we fail now, Shirviu, they will forever be lost in sleep. I shall prepare the relics of awakening and perform the ritual. For my work to take effect, the cursed beast responsible for this horrible situation must be slain. It was Ursel the Mauler who meddled with our brethren's calling, and it is Ursel the Mauler who must now pay so they can be freed. Travel northwest to the road and find the path north into the cleft. Ursel's den will be there. Dreaded leader of the Gnarlpine Furbolg, Ursel seems to defy death itself in his pursuit of further corrupting Teldrassil. If the wilds are to be healed, Ursel must die.
Dear Ladris. Greetings. Farewell.
Why can't I change bags? Oh, it must be because I'm on
I can't equip that.
on a flight path.
The cooking quest is like bland. It's like, oh yeah, come to Darnassus, I'll cook for you. Thank you for the recipe book.
That's lame.
I am listening.
This is wonderful. It's just the kind of thing I need to remind me of home while I continue my studies in the Temple of the Moon. I'll try out one of the recipes tonight. I can't wait. Would you take this short note to thanks back to Naoma? You can hire a hippogriff to take you back to Dalinar. Just visit our hippogriff master in Leora. Where you're ready to leave, she'll help you get back. Wow.
Goddess.
Yep, that was a really fantastic quest. I'm so glad that Blizzard put that in the game. Oh, so bad.
It will be easy to get you a flight back to Dalinar. Since you already know Fidello in Dalinar, you'll be able to fly back there without any problems. Whenever you arrive in a new town, you should remember to speak to the flight master so that you can fly to and from the new location. Speak with me when you're ready to hire a hippogriff. Like, is that really necessary?
Considering most players don't even read the quest text, yeah, I'm starting to wonder if it is necessary.
Like, if they were gonna handhold, like, if they were gonna show us exactly how to take Flight Pass and how they work and stuff, they could have at least made it interesting.
Indeed.
free to browse. Be careful.
So, do we end up going to the lake? To the pond?
No we do not.
What the heck?
What brings you here? May the stars...
Maybe it'll pop up after this Talon quest.
I suppose. I already have 35 linen.
Moon Priestess Amara. Whereabouts are you, Shirviu?
I'm catching up to you. Is that the frost or the night saber you ride? Or is that not this quest either?
It's not this quest either.
I'm coming. I could get on my heirloom mount.
That's cheating! Why do you get disengaged at like level 8?
I don't know. Big sass. Okay, I think this is the one that we end up riding with, but... The road to Darnassus must be kept safe. Corrupted firbolgs from the Gnarlpine tribe have been attacking travelers relentlessly. Important news has come Important news and commerce travels to and from Darnassus by way of this road daily. We cannot afford to have a rogue band of heathens terrorizing people. Take up arms in the name of the sacred forest, priest. Their den lies up this northern pass. Lay these Gnarlpine ambushers and report back to me. They're heathens!
I got confused and thought the people that were like following me were you. So I've like killed a bunch of ambushes.
It's okay.
I can't tell night elves apart. Even though I'm playing one. Maybe they just transmogged it to look like they have no heirlooms.
I can't believe that. Can I even... You can't even get on a transmog man at this level, so... That would be cool if they made a non-level dependent, like a very slow moving transmog man. That would be something people would waste money on.
Would you waste money on it?
Yeah. But that's only because there's money to waste. I'm gonna buy that spider mount. What?
I have no idea why they're buzzards, though. Like,
because they
free.
got corrupted. Corrupted druids of the Talon turn into buzzards. How's that for an explanation?
It's not a very good one.
I tried my best, Lhok. I don't have all the answers.
I shouldn't have jumped down here.
Yeah, but you did. So here we are.
Do you want to go back to the start
God,
area?
it's Shadow Glen.
I'm free! I don't have to go back in there. I actually am not free and almost died.
See, I considered setting my Hearthstone to Dolinar, and then I was like, we won't need it.
And then this happened.
Let's see what guilds are on this server.
How do you find that out?
The guild search tool.
There's a guild search tool? Ah, so there is. Oh, I'm gonna click role playing.
Alright, we can do that.
Huh. Apparently Rune Totem is the RP realm connected to this one. Oh, that's not a very good one. It says that it was last active in BC.
Wow. The Pants Party in all caps.
The Knights of Doom with one member.
Greetings.
Shirviu, you have proven yourself a most worthy and able priest. A night elf who follows the path of honor as sure as you do is certain to find great glory in this world. Ursul's death brings safety to our once slumbering druids, but the source of his corruption yet remains within our forests. With time, I trust that you will find this evil and cleanse it for the sake of all of our people. You are destined for great things, young priest.
Farewell.
Hello. Del Nadris. Greetings.
Are you heading to the south to Lake Alameth? Yes, it's lake time. If so, then I have a task I might ask of you. My colleague Denalan has a camp along the eastern end of the lake where he is studying and experimenting on the plant life of Teldrassil. He requested a package of rare earths from Darnassus and it was late, only recently arriving here in Dolinar. Can you take the
May
package?
the stars guide you.
Here it etches red-tailed chipmunks.
Are they the ones that live up the tree or on the ground?
Well, you have a friend.
The moon be with you.
Do I?
In chat. Denoland's Earth. Ah, it's here. I have waited for this rare earth for quite some time. I hope it's still fresh. Thank you for bringing it to me, Shirviu. You are a night elf who's generous with your
Goddess,
time.
watch over you. Can I assist you?
I'm gonna go over and get the purple tree. Hey, look, there's a fell cone that you could have come down and grabbed.
All the way over here. The creation of Teldrassil was a grand achievement, but now the world must shift to regain its balance. Timberling seeds. The timberlings of Teldrassil are elementals of nature. In some ways, they reflect the natural order of plants and animals on our great tree. So it is disturbing to see how angry the timberlings are, particularly considering that things should be healing. I want to help hunt down the source. I have been working on different methods of nurturing plants and would like to try them on timberling seeds. Please, can you gather seeds from timberlings around Lake Alameth and bring them to me? Timberling sprouts. Small timberlings are sprouting around the waters of Lake Alameth. I'm afraid these sprouts are beyond help. We should try to clear them from the land before they grow large enough to cause trouble. When you're wandering the lake, if you see any timberling sprouts, please take them. Help keep our land clean.
Yeah, when you open them up, they kind of look like mandrakes because they've got like a little shaking head and like creepy looking face.
Ah, yeah, I see.
Did you go pick up the glowing fruit? I have the glowing fruit.
No, I'll get it in a sec. The glowing fruit. Hanging from beneath the fronds of this glowing plant is a large round fruit. Denelin would want to study this fruit, you are certain. Bring the glowing fruit to Denelin and at Lake Alameth.
I think this is the one that spawns the boglings.
That plant doesn't look right. It's a green apple. Is it a fell apple?
Yeah, I'm handing it in right now. It's like you found this on Teldrassil. Intriguing. This fruit is exotic. Perhaps its seeds were brought here from afar. Perhaps even as far as Azeroth. What? Ah, that hunter with the heirlooms just came and wrecked it. Shoo, hunter with heirlooms. Shoo. You haven't even named your cat. I'm so disappointed. Okay, so back where was I?
Maybe when he says Azeroth, he means Eastern Kingdoms.
Yeah, I'd say so. Because that was known as Azeroth. No, he's back again! Okay, so perhaps even as far as Azeroth. And there's something about this fruit. It seems to have reacted very strangely with the soil of Teldrassil. Thank you, Lhok. Now, if you excuse me, I must study this further. So he removes the seeds from the glowing fruit, and he comes and puts it in his planter box of rare earth.
What's gonna happen?
Boglings.
Is this how we study things? I can study
Yes.
things?
I am honored.
And as you can see, the boglings like just instantly spawn and say kill. Not very, nice. And you get like a bogling root, which increases physical damage by 1 for 10 minutes. Thank you, bogling root.
Well, he's gonna plant the other seed there. Boggling roots give us a buff. I need physical damage. I'm a priest.
Well, do you want the do you want the gorilla mace? It gives you +1 strength, +1 intellect.
Teldrassil is so tall that it's actually outside of Azeroth locked. Didn't you know? You just can't tell because it looks like a little stump.
Maybe even from Azeroth, the planet that it's actually on.
I just turned in the quest without reading it. I hope you didn't yet. You're gonna have to read it. The
which
Timberling Seeds quest.
No, I haven't handed it in yet.
Okay, so Relian Greenspire, Shirviu, can you take one of the seeds you brought me to my friend Relian Greenspire? He is a druid that resides at Wellspring Hovel, and when last we spoke, he revealed his interest in my work with the Timberlings. He had some ideas himself, and he will appreciate a specimen seed to work with. Thank you, Shirviu. I hope that someday you will see the fruit of my labors. You will find Wellspring Hovel along the road, heading west of Dolinar on the way to Darnassus. Should I tell him about Teldrassil? He thinks one day we're gonna see the fruit of his labors.
We will see the fruits of my labors. Yes. We
pat
are.
him on the head and leave.
We are champion. We totally are. In flames.
Timberling sprouts. That's a lot. I'm afraid they're spreading at a dangerous rate. I hope I can solve the riddle of what is tainting them.
Be careful.
Ah, you ruined it. Why is it always hunters?
It wasn't me, I swear.
It was this guy. Thank you for your help, Shirviu. The land is a cleaner place from here.
Okay, so you didn't read out the Timberling seeds?
Yes.
Because, okay, I'm going to hand it in now. I bet you this hunter's going to mess it up.
Mess it up.
Do you have the seeds? I am eager to plant them. You got them? This is good. I'm hoping that careful study might lead me to understand where the Timberling corruption stems from. I will plant these seeds in special soil I have prepared. Oh! The hunter! God damn it.
Wow, we called it. How is this guy only level 12? He was like level 4 when we started. And he has heirlooms.
He's obviously bad. Or so efficient that he doesn't kill the mobs that he needs. Okay, where was I?
But we even went back to Shadow Glen.
Where was I? So we've got other people telling and stuff. I will plant... no! It's like vanilla all over again. I will plant these seeds in special soil I have prepared. I believe the seeds will sprout into Timberlings who are much more docile. Perhaps later you can see the results. Done. And it gives us forest mushroom caps.
Woohoo!
We can now move on. I wonder if they've fixed the thing. When you used to run towards Darnassus and you'd find the druid that he sends you to in Wellspring Hovel, Denelin, or whatever the guy we were just talking to, he actually appears at Wellspring Hollow as well, Hovel as well.
Why? Wait, he sends us there and then he's
yes!
already there?
Yes, he does. You used to also be able to pick up the quest that he like asks you to go and like kill timberlings, like get the seeds and the sprouts and stuff like that. And it was very disjointed if you took the quest from there, because things that he's talking about are near him near this lake, and it used to confuse people. Oh look, there's another falcon. Oh, Captain Moonwell has a quest for us too. I mean, Coriathus Moon Rage.
Hey, he's related to the guy that we put out of his misery.
Possible. You must now visit the Moonwell that rests under the boughs of the Oracle Tree, far to the northwest. The first and most powerful of our wells. Its waters are said to possess the very essence of a loon's powers. Retrieve the vial of its water and return to me. I will meet you at the crossroads in front of Darnassus when your task is complete. And we're getting it in an amethyst vial this time.
Now we get to ride the Moon Saber. Night Saber. Whatever it is.
Do we?
Yeah, well, she takes us to Darnassus. I think we're supposed to take it now. I don't know.
I don't see a Moon Saber.
We haven't gotten there yet. It's at
but
this, first question mark on the map, I'm pretty sure.
But if she takes us to Darnassus, we're gonna like ride past like the hovel that we're supposed to go and see.
But they don't want us to backtrack here to take the ride, so I feel like we're supposed to take it now. I don't know. Trust in Blizzard's quest design, Lhok.
I have faith. I have faith that we've probably missed it.
No, see it on the map. It's right up ahead. They're going to appear in front of. Oh, there they are.
I don't see them. Oh, wait, now I see them.
The loon be with you.
You've served the good people of Dalinar and Darnassus well, brave priest. As a member of the Sentinel Force of Teldrassil, I salute your efforts. That's it? We don't get to ride? Wow, this NPC is a nice transmog. You don't get to see it because you already ran off.
But Woofles has gained level 10.
Not me.
This was hilarious. Oh, cheater! I see you on your mount. That's cheating.
Don't
but
see
yes.
you RP walking.
That bridge was put in after people couldn't get across the ravine with the log. See, he's here! He's here! Like, he beat us here. Why does he need us to take things?
Maybe he's, fishy, Maybe this is all his scheme.
Can you read out the quest? Because I've, like, already turned it in and collected the ones that we're going on.
Ah, Timberling seed. I wanted to try growing one of these to help Denelan with his studies, but I'm afraid I've discovered that a corruption has grown in many of the Timberlings, and seeds from such creatures carry the parent's taint. They are beyond my talents to repair. Denelan is very skilled with things that grow. He may find a cure for future Timberlings. He may be their only hope. Well, I hope he survives the burning of Teldrassil. Mossy tumors. There is a malevolence growing in the Timberlings. We are trying to find the source, but until we do, in order to keep Teldrassil safe, we must cut down the Timberlings who are beyond help. Those that wander Wellspring Lake to the north are the most tainted. They must be removed. Destroy the Timberlings you find there, and gather the mossy tumors growing upon them. Bring the tumors to me, so that they may be burned.
Goodbye.
I now know who did Teldrassil. Denelan cracked under the pressure and burnt Teldrassil because he couldn't find a cure for the Timberlings, and rather than, you know, just accept that, he burns the tree down instead. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he steals his friend's torch here to do it. Relian Greenspire. Maybe they were foreshadowing all along and his name is actually Greenspire.
That's alright, guys. We've worked it out. We know now who burns down the tree. It really was an inside job.
I think I'm going the wrong way.
I think you are too.
It's okay. So, you know how Teldrassil started to get corrupted because the roots touched Yogg-Saron's prison? Well, when Malfurion cured Teldrassil from the nightmare, he made the roots grow into the world soul. So if it's still corrupted, and it's corrupted by Fel in particular, then is that because it touched the world soul and the world soul is like still like slowly being corrupted overall? Like the fact that we see in Legion that she's having nightmares and stuff, and Teldrassil is just a reflection of that?
Maybe Malfurion is the reason why she's having nightmares, because, like, you know, there's a tree growing into her now.
Yeah. I don't think Malfurion knew, like, what he was doing. Like... Maybe the old gods are just trying to burn this thorn off of her side, just like the Pandaren with their turtle. A lot of people want Malfurion to die. I'm not one of them. And it seems like he's not going to die as soon as the player base initially thought he would. Maybe it's because of the player base reaction. Maybe Blizzard wasn't prepared for everyone to be happy he was dying. So maybe Blizzard was like, let's not kill him off yet, because players aren't even going to be sad at this point. See, it's all your fault. People like you are why he's still alive.
You can't just flame our viewers. Who are you, Nomi?
Why did I leave? I still need one tumor. It's probably because I killed the thing and I just assumed it would drop it and it didn't.
I came all the way down here hoping that the rare would be up, but then like the 50 million hunters that like came and interrupted our quest were down here, so he probably is not there. But he would drop a quest item that Denelin would grow things out of his planter box from him as well, like some heart thing. Which would then like lead you to a quest to like go and kill Oak and Scowl.
We have to go to the Moonwell Lhok.
Do we? Do we really?
It's got Elun's essence in it.
Okay, the thing that's really weird is the Moonwells apparently have Well of Eternity water in it, right? The Night Elves got really mad that Illidan basically like took Well of Eternity water, right?
We started, yeah.
And so it's okay for them to use it, but it wasn't okay for like Illidan to actually take vials of it. Like what?
Well, Illidan's the whole reason the Moonwells even have this water. And he even says that, like, I'm pretty sure when you turn in that crystal in Nordrassil at the end of Antorus, then like his message says, the one thing that showed the truth of like everything that he would do for his people was like taking those vials so that there could be more Moonwells.
Okay, so we've got the Shade of the Kaldurai. Over time, Staghelm grew more disconnected from our people. Some say, like, I don't know. Okay. That he blames us, his people, for the loss of his son long ago during the War of the Shifting Sands. Others cite rumors of his escalating conflicts with Tyrande Whisperwind, the shining light of our people, our leader in Darnassus. But many druids of the Sonaran Circle stand firm that he wants only what's best for all Kaldurai and serve him unerringly or unerringly towards that end. Oh, and then he closes his eyes and he fades away.
Yeah, I remember when I first read that thinking it was weird how he's like, Staghelm carries the burden of our sins and our follies, and in doing so deserves respect for us all. From us all. I always found that weird. And it makes no sense, might I add, that this is here.
But the Bear Eagle tree?
Yeah, was it like this in vanilla?
Yes, it was.
That doesn't make any sense.
Apparently in one of the old vanilla quest texts it said that the tree used to talk to people and like used to like give them wisdom, but then it just sort of stopped.
Well, in Storm Rage it says that the one in Darnassus, that's the bank, was created as a symbol of Malfurion and Tyranda's marriage.
What?
Yeah.
What brings you here?
Okay. Tears of the Moon. Lady Sathra was once beloved of Elune. Graceful and pure, the spider spun her silver threads through the moonlight, catching the evening mist. The silvery dew had strong healing powers and was kept at the nearby temple. But of late, Sathra has descended into madness. Her future generations are now threatened as well. Find Lady Sathra, Lhok, and end her suffering. She dwells northeast of here, near the river. Gather her silvery spinnerets and bring them back to me.
And then it says, corruption and madness can consume even the purest of Elune's creatures. It falls to us to bring peace to those that deserve it most.
Elune like you.
Oh, I didn't see that bit.
Hello.
It was in the, like, spider box.
Ah, I didn't have that pop up for me.
Oh, that's weird. The Enchanted Glade. I was dispatched with a small group of sentinels here to protect the Oracle Tree from the harpies that have made nests all around the glade. Little by little we are trying to push them back. When the Oracle Tree attempted to send a runner to Darnassus with a report... What? The tree tried to send a runner? The messenger was attacked and killed by a group of the Harpies. If you feel up to the task, go to their nests, slay them, and return their belts to me as proof of your deeds.
Good luck,
Why does she
then.
need their belts?
I'd say it's like pelts, like proof that you've killed as many as you say you do. Anyway, there's like a strange fronded plant up here.
I don't think it would have made sense anyway for Malfurion to die right at the start of the X-Pack, because he's going to be part of the entire plot development with Tyrande and Ajara and everything. It wouldn't make sense for them to get rid of him so early. However, the fact that he's going to be gravely wounded, apparently from Sylvanas' arrow, like, I don't know, it makes a lot more sense, I feel. They basically put him out of commission. Shimmering frond. The fronds on this plant shimmer in the forest light, giving it a twisting, pulsing aura. You believe that Denolan would want a specimen of this. Which warfront is he a commander of, Gizma? Is there an Ashenvale warfront?
Why, pet? Or actually, why listed targeting? I went to like attack the closest harpy to me, and except for it was actually targeted onto the furthest one away from me. Have you ever actually had a look at the harpy nests here? You need a flying mount to do it, but like they've got like night elf skeletons and stuff in them.
Yeah, and for some reason there's some pretty big skulls too that like wouldn't be skulls of anything. Maybe they'd be skulls of like an actual like lightsaber mount or something. I see. Malfurion's one of the commanders for Arathi? That doesn't make any sense. Unless it's just simply because he's trying to like get revenge or something or whatever. Are we waiting for this thing to respawn?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go duck quickly down to the river and see if it pops up. Alright, we'll go kill her. I just want to see if that wreck pops up.
Can you wear mail already?
Maybe. I don't know.
Here, take this. Wait.
Yes, I can. Thank you. Do you want the gorilla mace?
No.
Why can't I give you the gorilla mace?
Why do you still have it?
I live in forever in hope that you will accept my gift of the spiked club of Gorilla Fury.
Why don't... I'm sure one of the vendors will accept your gift.
I'm heartbroken. My gift is not wanted. Nah, he's not here. He's like a level 11. And he was back in like vanilla days as well.
Wow, they're bringing back Muradin to be a commander too? Interesting.
I am
Has he
honored.
just been on like vacation this whole time or something?
He's been gathering his wild hammers after they got snapped in Twilight Highlands.
I see. I didn't play Cataclysm. He came with us to Draenor. The Enchanted Glade. Their slashing talons and piercing beaks may prove a difficult match for your own abilities, Shirviu, but I have faith that you will not fail in this task. Someone is calling me. Eastman LD. Eastman, please stop calling me.
Who's Eastman, LD?
I don't know. I denied it. It's probably a spam. I never get actual phone calls. I am impressed by what you have accomplished here in so short a time, Shirviu. Would that I could ask you to remain here to assist me with my duties. But I know in my heart that greater tasks lie ahead for you.
Oh, this one.
The loon be with you.
I regret the task that I have asked you to carry out, but Lady Sathra is beyond hope. It is our hope to offer the sacrifice of her spinnerets to Elune. With this sacrifice, Elune will bless Sathra so that she might be reborn and at peace. The forest mourns for Lady Sathra, but it was something that had to be done. I hope now that she can rest in peace. Thank you, Lhok.
May the stars guide you.
What? There's no ghost spider? There should be a ghost spider here somewhere.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I guess that's not a thing anymore. The spiders don't have souls.
I remember back in the day, I felt really sad about this quest because, like, you'd go and put the spinnerets in the to the Moonwell water in the Temple of Elune, and she'd appear as a spirit, and she'd like walk around in the Temple of the Moon. And I'm like, aww.
I was about to say that. Maybe because we're not over there, that doesn't happen now.
That makes me sad.
And I remember you had to go to Darnassus to take the quest, and then you had to come all the way out here and kill her, and then go all the way back to Darnassus.
Yes.
It looks so stylish now, Lhok, in your all red getup.
It's drenched red with the blood of my enemies.
Oh. Yeah, Gizmo, that's exactly what I was thinking. Lhok, am I making you minimize the game now that so you can read what he said? Rip.
Yes. How did you know that? How did you know that?
What brings you here?
Teldrassil, the burdens of Kaldorei. To be in the presence of the Oracle Tree, it is almost to feel wisdom taken form. Along with the druids, the Oracle Tree has been carefully monitoring the growth of Teldrassil. Our observations have been disheartening, but all is not without hope. The tree is recovering since its blessing, but the growth is still somehow stunted, hindered. Well, you know what? Maybe it's because Malfurion basically made it super grow, and it used like all of its energy, and it's like super like out of battery power. Did the druids even know what Malfurion did? Or is that some secret scenario?
Probably not, no.
Hasn't told anyone.
He probably hasn't. I'm going back to the hovel.
What?
I'm going back to the hovel. Sorry for interrupting the quest to speak.
We suspect some portion of the corruption remains within the tree waiting to be cleansed. We simply need to find it. There's one last moon well that I would like you to visit. It is directly south of here, on the shores of the pools of Arlithrian. Be wary as you seek out the well, and keep your weapons close at hand. I sense a growing corruption from the boughs of southern Teldrassil. When you have the water, I want you to bring it to a familiar face that you'll see at the pools. She wishes to battle the corruption and has asked for you personally. Wow, this is actually turning out pretty well. Like, we usually do a 3-hour stream. And, will we be able to make it to Darnassus in 20 minutes? I think we might. Have you been to Wellspring Lake, Shirviu? Have you been hunting the Timberlings there? Well done. These tumors are the symptoms of the Timberling's disease. They are filled with a poison that we must cleanse from our new land. I will dispose these tumors. Thank you.
It looks like they just give you the quest for Oaken Scale now, instead of having to like go and kill the rare. So I don't know if the rare even exists anymore.
Probably not. Where did you get this? I haven't seen a plant like this since a sojourn I made to the swamp of Sorrows decades ago. It's amazing that a specimen made its way to Teldrassil. Okay, so we were right. Azeroth meant Eastern Kingdoms. And it's grown to such a size. Thank you, Shirviu. Forgive my shortness of words, but there is a test I would like to perform on this ground. I figured it out. I had to rush here to find you. It's so simple, really. Wait, what?
Loot the fronds.
He didn't rush here to find us. He was here all along. The corruption has spread from Timberling to Timberling, and there's but one that is the source, Oaken Skull. He's being poisoned by the largest tumor I've ever seen. I would call it gargantuan even. Oaken Skull used to reside in a cave near my lake, but has since found his way to a nook to the southeast of here. Shirviu, hunt down Oaken Skull and collect the tumor. Remove this source of corruption from my home. Oaken Skull lingers as a dire reminder of how deep Teldrassil's corruption can spread, turning a being of pure nature into something of nightmare.
That'll teach me for thinking that this is like classic. I was heading to the cave and I managed to make them like, oh, he's no longer here. And then you're like, yeah, no, he's like totally moved. I'm like, damn. So I am on my way back to go and kill Open Skull.
Well, we're almost to the filled tourmaline vial. Do you want to just do that? Or do we have to come down here anyway?
No, I don't think we'd have to come down here anyway. So yeah, we'll just finish this. And then we'll go back up to Open Skull.
Oh, Teldrassil is here to turn in the quest right to her. You can read what the ghost lesson is this time because someone else did it at the same time as me and I don't want to have to weed through the dialogue.
What is nature's call?
In weeks past, all those living atop Teldrassil have found their memories blurry, as if time itself seized a portion of their lives. And with his return came... What? Yeah, okay. It's like messed up.
Okay, mine. Okay. Do you want me to read mine?
Yeah.
In weeks past, all of those living atop Teldrassil have found their memories blurry, as if time itself seized a portion of their lives. We break from this haze to find that Fandral Staghelm and many of his closest followers have disappeared without a word. That's all mine said.
Okay, so I've got like none know what to expect next, but with Malfurion and Tyrunda's reunion. Okay, let me just start again. Because I've got like 3 different things here. It's just like, it goes, in weeks past, all those living atop Teldrassil have found their memories blurry, as if time itself seized a portion of their lives. We break from this haze to find Fandral Staghelm and many of his closest followers have disappeared without a word. None know what to expect next, but with Malfurion and Tyrunda reunited, a new hope dawns on the Kaldorite. And then it goes, but in his place, Shandu's Storm Rage awoke from the dream and returned to his beloved Tyrunda Whisperwind. I have no idea what's happened here. Hope for a lasting relief from the shadow that has been cast on our people for so long. And with his return came Alexstrasza and Ysera to, at long last, offer their blessings upon Teldrassil. And then he closes his eyes and fades away.
So they're basically trying to give us a recap through this whole Moonwell quest chain of what happened in Stormrage, and they kind of did a pretty bad job of explaining what happened, I feel. Okay, so this one says, it is good to see you again, Shirviu. I see you have succeeded in collecting the waters of the Moonwells on behalf of Korthras Moonrage. I hope you have learned much along the way. Indeed, I have spoken to Korthras on my way here, and he has gifted me with the waters that you have been gathering. They may well prove useful sooner than we'd imagined. Strangely, the growing corruption we felt is actually a good sign. Teldrassil has been burdened with this taint for a long time, and thanks to the blessing of the dragon aspects, only now is it coming to the surface in a form that we might strike against. Doesn't make any sense. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, because it makes sense when you read the next part of the quest, which says, as Teldrassil purges itself of a corruption that has perverted its growth for all these years, a malevolent growth has formed near the tree's edge. South of here, we have an opportunity to strike out and purge the source of the fell moss that has tainted the gnarlpine, the timberlings, and everything else. With the water that you've collected from the Moonwells and the renewed strength of Teldrassil herself, I can grant you great power for a short time, put an end to this corruption, Lhok.
Do you see the additional text on the side?
No, I don't have him. I don't have anything up for that.
As Malfurion tore the remains of Xavius from Teldrassil, a great weight was lifted from the dying world tree. One last remnant of Xavius remains to torment the Night Elf people, but Elun's champion approaches to finally free the tree completely. Are we Elun's champion?
Must be, because we get Vengeance of Elun, imbued with the power of nature and moonlight, increasing resistance to all forms of damage.
Tidal Pull pulls in all corrupted demons. Huh. Does Elun hate demons?
Must do. She also hates Naga because you get a buff in Throne of Tides from a moon pearl thing that allows you to get extra damage against Naga. Moonlight summons a beam of moonlight that grants healing to the caster and their allies and purges corruption from the enemies.
Well, when I purged the Furbolg, he just died. That's not purging.
It's purging to death. It's a form of purging.
Well, it said it was gonna purge the corruption from them, and I just killed him. I didn't want to kill him. He's one of Elun's friends. Why can't she just make him better?
Maybe she just wants to sever the friendship because he never calls her or something.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
She's the one who never calls.
Maybe she's like one of those people who like expects everyone to call her, and then, you know, when they don't, she gets mad. But she'll never call you either.
Probably. That sounds more like it. That's why she needs everyone to pray to her all the time, but then she never answers their prayers. Wow, Elin's champion shouldn't be saying these things. She's gonna smite me.
It's alright, she never checks her messages anyway. You'll be fine.
Oh my god, Big Set. He's like, Elin sounds like a bad girlfriend.
Hi!
The vengeance of Elune. Elune be praised. Everything I had encountered suggested this corruption to be buried deep within Teldrassil itself. I had worried we might never be able to strike at the source without killing the World Tree. I'm thankful I was wrong. Malfurion was the start to this great turn of fortune. Questionable. Perhaps I will seek him out before I depart to the wilds again. Thank you, Shirviu. Thank you for everything you have done. You are sure to be a great hero someday. Waters of Teldrassil. Our tasks are done here for now. This water proved to be of great importance, but it wasn't originally meant for me. Go ahead and bring it back to Korthras at the crossroads. I'm sure he'd like you to deliver it to its original destiny.
How do we have any water left? She basically doused us with the water that we've collected.
I think she might have doused us with the water from that lake, because it, like, the animation was all this blue lines coming out from around her into it. I don't know, maybe she just mixed it with a bit of the vial.
I'm gonna go do Oaken Skull.
Do you want to turn this one in on the way?
No?
Okay. You just want to drink Korthras' Moonwell water.
I would never want to do that. I would have no idea what it would do to me. Funky Elune water. Don't want none of that. Oh, also, Gizmo, you're right. Murden is the leader of Ironforge. I got him confused with Falstad, and I can't believe I did that because I usually main Falstad when I, like, play heroes.
I don't understand why Moira, Murden, and Falstad, like, wouldn't all be present for the, well, maybe not all present at the same time, but wouldn't at least Falstad and Murden both be commanders for the Warfront? Like, I just don't get why it's just Murden. Like, are the other two just staying behind? Especially Falstad, considering he's from Hinterlands and the Warfront's, like, right there. Now who's cheating, Lhok?
Hey, I'm only doing it because you did. You're a bit of an erratic driver, too.
I'm like, what? Which way do I go? Have you located Oakenskull yet, Night Elf? I knew you were more than capable of ridding the lake of that horrible beast. He wasn't even at the lake anymore. They moved him from the lake. It is a distressing situation. Oakenskull was once a grand leader amongst his kind, but corruption does not discriminate between the lowly and the noble. The size of this tumor is quite disturbing, but I must study it to learn more about the disease that upsets the Timberland population. It's good to see you again. I sense that Teldrassil's task went smoothly with you by her side. Thank you for returning to me so swiftly. I have but one task to ask of you, shall we? Why did you ding?
Because I'm a hunter.
It has been an undeniable honor to have met you. You are a testament to the nobility of your race. Wow. Thanks, Corthress. Go now and finish this final task. Take the waters to Tyrande Whisper into Darnassus. Are we still gonna see the spider? Probably not. Wouldn't make any sense.
I hope so.
If we do, you can read it. And if not, I get to read it. Wow, I already have a gold. Times have changed.
Like, a gold was like, you know, some pretty good currency back in the day. Oh, Shirviu, come back here. Look at this. Look. You know how we saw like those really weird old Night Elven buildings in Feralis? There's one here. It's the gate. It has runes on the walls that remind me of the runes that you see on the walls with the satyrs in Mara.
Oh yeah, this one especially. Over on this side, there's like the ones that look like Zeds.
Yeah, those ones. You see them along the walls in Mara with the satyrs. So there's like that building, and then it goes more into like what we know, like I guess you'd say like more modern Night Elf architecture.
Mm-hmm. The stone ones.
But yeah, like that's the gate there at Teldrassil is like the only building in this whole entire city that is like that and has those runes on it.
Yeah, and other than the one in Feralis, I don't know of anywhere else that it even appears.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much true, apart from the rune walls. So unless, of course, in Mara, where those satyrs are, is where another one of those buildings were. That doesn't sound good for, like, things. Because, like, Mara is, like, definitely corrupted, and you've got, like, those old keepers and stuff in it. Like the dryads and the druids and stuff like that. Maybe it was, like, Dark Troll? Like, closer to, like, when the Night Elves are sort of, like, coming out of their Dark Troll times?
Yeah, I would say so. It's probably one of the first, like, wooden buildings that they made. It's our friends! Are you gonna read this one?
I've already, like, completed it.
Give me strength.
How fare you, young one? Ah, the blessed waters from our moon wells. You've borne witness to the spirits of the Kaldorei, then? In recent times, I've come to find that the spirits offers More questions than it does answers, but such is the continuing nature of discovery that drives us in our darkest hours. I will offer you the simplest answers that I can. Malfurion has returned to me, to us, but harsh times are yet upon us. Staghelm is gone, and the world is racked with pain. Malfurion has much to mend, and he will need help. Well, I don't think we really help him that much. He doesn't really do much. Is he responsible, like, overall for the cleansing that they're doing in Desiles and Western Plaguelands and stuff? Because it seems like he's never really present for any of it.
I'm not sure. There's the quest that sends us on to Darkshore over here.
I was trying to see if the runes on Tyrande's clothing are the same as the ones on the wall, but they're not.
Ishnu Allah.
You look able and perhaps willing to help. Aberdeen has finally fallen, though many of its inhabitants departed long ago when the city first suffered the brunt of the cataclysm. Many of the more stubborn residents are yet unaccounted for, and it now appears that the city may have been overrun by water elementals. My sisters need help rescuing the survivors. Please, priest, use the western tree to reach Retharan, then speak to the Priestess? What kind of a name is this? To secure a flight to Lord Nell.
Goddess Watcher rule.
So we didn't see the spider at all.
No, it's not longer there. I'm sad. It was like one of my favorite quests to do here.
Yeah, I remember. It was neat.
Okay, so that was our little playthrough Teldrassil. I'm gonna go, like, have a look at the Howling Oak.
There really wasn't much story here that isn't available elsewhere in game, so I can see how they can just get rid of it like that. I mean, sure, people are still gonna play through the exact same starting experience, but that can't last forever. Like, you know, eventually they're gonna have to do something, right?
So, yeah, they just decide to burn it all down and start again.
Well, yeah, I mean, it really didn't explain much. It kept, like, throwing around names like Alexstrasza and Ysera without actually explaining, like, what they did, who they are, like, anything.
Yeah, the quests have been, like, extremely modified from vanilla. I just think it's really weird that, like, they've kept in certain quests for, like, as they were, and they don't make any sense now, given the, like, the change and stuff to the area. Yeah. Like Oakenscale, I'm looking at you.
No signs of Nomi yet, though. We scoured the area.
I'm telling you, it's Denlin. It's him. Due to his failed experiments. Okay.
I find it odd how the Gilneans never kept any druidism at all. Like, there's witches there, and then I guess there's, like, hermits who, like, still do, like, dark druid stuff, like Arugel, but I guess they're shunned and rejected, and I guess people are superstitious of the druidism now, you think?
It's possible. I mean, if the Gilneans did their sort of like druidism like the Kulturians do in Drusvar, I can see why they wouldn't want to like hang around and let that flourish.
Why is there just this one guy here with the title of the Highborn? Oh, because he's a Chendralar. Well, he sure doesn't look like one.
Yes.
Alright, well, we streamed for pretty much exactly 3 hours. So that's pretty good. Sorry again that we had this like impromptu going through Teldrassil thing. For anyone who missed the start of the stream, basically we had planned a podcast for today, which would have been about the Lich King and the Harbingers series, which is Khadgar, Gul'dan, and Illidan. But Vaski had a power outage in her whole neighborhood, so she couldn't make it to the stream. So we just decided we'll push that till next time. So the actual podcast that was supposed to happen today will be on May 16th. And then we just did this like random leveling thing to, you know, kind of test out actually like playing the game and streaming, make sure everything works. You know, just try something out because we didn't, we had something scheduled that got canceled. So if anyone hasn't joined our Discord who's here, you should check that out. We're talking in there like all day. Don't be afraid to join voice chat. We're very friendly. And thank you for coming to check out the stream.
Thanks, guys. Come, like Shirviu said, come join us in our Discord. If you've got like any questing areas that you'd like us to sort of like go through, perhaps let us know, and catch you next time.
Yeah, and if you have any feedback about this stream, let us know. We just kind of did this like, you know, out of nowhere. But if you liked it or didn't like it, let us know. Goodbye.
See ya.